Hi guys! Welcome to the Brainy Buzz channel. So before we get started, make sure to hit the like button. Also subscribe to my channel. 10 foods that reduce your risk of heart attack according to doctors. So make sure to watch the full video. There are many things you can do to help keep your heart healthy and disease-free. You can schedule an annual checkup, exercise daily, quit smoking, or take steps to reduce the level of stress in your life. All of these things can have a positive effect on heart health. But one of the simplest lifestyle changes that will benefit your heart is watching what you eat. Nearly 6 million trusted source people are currently living with heart failure, and around half of these will die within 5 years of being diagnosed. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, warn that eating foods high in fat, cholesterol, or sodium can be very bad for the heart. So, when taking steps to minimize the risk of heart disease, diet is a good place to start. In this video, we examine some of the best foods for ensuring that you keep a robust and healthy heart. 1. Asparagus. Asparagus is a natural source of folate, which helps to prevent an amino acid called homocysteine from building up in the body. High homocysteine levels have been linked with trusted source and increased risk of heart-related conditions, such as coronary artery disease and stroke. 2. Beans, peas, chickpeas, and lentils. Beans, peas, chickpeas, and lentils, otherwise known as pulses or legumes, can all significantly reduce levels of low-density lipoprotein, LDL, or bad cholesterol. They are also packed with fiber, protein, and antioxidant polyphenols, all of which have beneficial effects on the heart and general health. 3. Dark leafy greens. Salad greens, spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard, and mustard greens are rich in vitamins A, C, E, and K and contain antioxidants that help rid toxins from the body. But it's their abundance of calcium, magnesium, and potassium that puts them on the top 10 list for heart health. Potassium, magnesium, and calcium are known to play a role in blood pressure regulation, said Al-Bachai, who specializes in helping patients with type 2 diabetes who are at high risk for heart disease. Potassium is known to help with limiting the effects of sodium on blood pressure, she explained, and it, along with magnesium and calcium, help the walls of the blood vessels relax, which increases blood flow and reduces blood pressure. Greens have minimal calories. 1 cup of spinach or Swiss chard is only 7 calories, and kale has 33. Nutritionists say it's usually best to get your calcium, magnesium, and potassium from foods instead of supplements, so pile that plate high. Plus, greens, like most vegetables, are full of fiber, which helps lower cholesterol levels, prevents constipation, and therefore hemorrhoids, and by helping you feel full, helps with weight control, and of course, maintaining a healthy weight is a key to good heart health. 4. Red wine, sort of. Recently, however, a new study proposed that these same antioxidants could form the basis of a new stent for use during angioplasty, the process where narrow or obstructed veins are widened to treat atherosclerosis. The researchers behind that study are currently developing a new kind of stent that releases red wine-like antioxidants into the blood to promote healing, prevent blood clotting, and reduce inflammation during angioplasty. It is worth noting that drinking alcohol, in general, is not healthy for your heart. In fact, it is vitally important for cardiovascular health to drink alcohol in moderation. Trusted source, if at all. 5. Chia seeds and flax seeds. These seeds are a rich plant-based source of omega-3 fatty acids, such as alpha-linoleic acid. Trusted source. Omega-3s have many beneficial effects, such as helping to lower levels of triglycerides, LDL, and total cholesterol. They also reduce blood pressure and minimize the buildup of fatty plaques in the arteries. Omega-3s decrease, trusted source, the risk of disorders that can lead to heart attack, such as thrombosis and arrhythmias. 6. Dark chocolate. Dark chocolate is a rare example of a food that tastes amazing and is good for you in moderation. Scientists now believe that dark chocolate has protective benefits against atherosclerosis, which is when plaque builds up inside the arteries, increasing risk of heart attack and stroke. dark chocolate seems to prevent two of the mechanisms implicated in atherosclerosis: stiffness of the arteries and white blood cell adhesion, which is when white blood cells stick to the walls of blood vessels. What is more, studies have found that increasing dark chocolate's flavanol content, which is the compound that makes it tasty and moreish, does not diminish these protective benefits. 7. Coffee. Also, in the almost too good to be true camp is coffee. One recent study found that regularly drinking coffee was linked with a decreased risk, trusted source of developing heart failure and stroke. However, it is important to bear in mind that this study, which used machine learning to assess data from the Framingham Heart Study, can only observe an association between factors and cannot conclusively identify cause and effect. 8. Salmon and other fatty fish. Fish oils, especially omega-3 fatty acids, are critical for maintaining a healthy heart. That means fatty fish such as salmon, albacore tuna, mackerel, herring, lake trout, and sardines, and crustaceans such as lobster, oysters, and squid are the protein staples of a heart-healthy diet. They all contain health-protective omega-3s, specifically the long-chain variety known as LC omega-3, which contain icosapentinoic acid, EPA, docosapentinoic acid, DPA, and docosahexaenoic acid, DHA. The shorter chain of omega-3, called alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, is found abundantly in oils, plants, nuts, and seeds, but evidence of its benefit is not as strong. The plant-based omega-3s in foods like flaxseed, walnuts, and canola oil don't contain DHA and EPA, Dreyer said. And while there are benefits to the plant ones as well, you can't count on them as a source for their longer-chain cousins, because they're not necessarily converted into them once they are in the body. Fatty fish like salmon have the most long-chain omega-3s, and the American Heart Association recommends adding a 3/1/2-ounce serving to your diet at least twice a week. Children and pregnant women should be careful to consume fish with lower levels of mercury, the association says, such as fresh and water-packed canned salmon. 9. Green tea. A 2011 systematic review trusted source found that drinking green tea is associated with a small reduction in cholesterol, which, as we know, is a main contributor to heart disease and stroke. But the review could not pinpoint how much green tea someone would have to drink to receive any health benefits. In 2014, another review studied the effects of drinking green tea on people with high blood pressure. The report concluded that green tea was associated with a reduction in blood pressure, but the authors were unable to determine if this modest reduction could help to prevent heart disease. 10. Oats and barley. The cell walls of oats and barley contain a special type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan, which has a host of benefits for human health. Studies show that it blunts the body's insulin response and boosts immunity, and it may be protected during radiation and chemotherapy. But its role in cholesterol reduction is what counts for heart health. Beta-glucans bind to bile acids and cholesterol in the intestines and prevent their absorption into the body, CNN contributor and registered dietitian Lisa Dreyer said. So, if you have high cholesterol, it would be a good idea to incorporate oats or oatmeal for breakfast on a regular basis. What do you think of our video? Let me know in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Also subscribe to our channel before you go.